Shalom. Shalom, my people. Sorry, I had to make sure the camera was good and everything like that. Let me put this over here. So, let's just talk real quick of what's happening with this shit. Because, as you can tell from the title, there's some brothers and sisters out here that call themselves African Americans or black. You're not black or African American. You were born in the United States. Alright? You were born in the United States. Okay? Seriously, the reason they want to tell you, oh, Africa this and Africa that, they want you to go over there when you literally were born here. All right, the whole thing about slavery shit. Like, really think about it. The whole slavery shit. You mean to tell me they had 100+ people inside, men, women, and children, inside a fucking boat, traveling across the sea from Africa all the way to America in pitch black with no light. Even still to this day, when you look at freaking YouTube videos of these, these ship motherfuckers grabbing seafood basically from the sea, going to the pitch black of the sea, even the lights that they have cannot cover the whole freaking landscape of the ocean. It's at night, it's just pitch black, guys. I don't care what type of light system you have, it is pitch fucking goddamn black. All right. Even back in the day when it was supposed to be, was it with sticks and stones and buggies and shit? Come on, guys. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic here. All right. And then so many brothers and sisters that want to talk about the immigration shit. And I had talked to this about my sister too, because she's a so-called Afro-Hispanic woman, basically. She's Puerto Rican and Afro-Salvadorian. And then she's acting like, oh, dad is an immigrant and all that. No. All right, because they're going by the fucking Turtle Island law. If you were born on Turtle Island from Canada all the way to Mexico, you're good. Especially if you're if you were born on that Pacific land, right? And you have Afro features, basically. Rastafari hair, Afro hair, wavy hair. There's also some of our brothers and sisters that have straight hair. I'd like to mention that because I know a lot of brothers and sisters might be like, oh, wait a minute, I have straight hair and all that. No. Again, if you can synthesize the sun, and you can meditate with the moon and stuff like that, you're a part of nature, all right? And I don't want to talk about the whole fucking, oh, the moon is fake and shit. Like, I keep seeing that online so fucking much, so freaking much. And guys, we need to kill that shit right now. Oh, I'm not gonna kill it. Then you know what? I'm just not gonna listen to you. I'm just gonna disagree with you because I already told you my experience with the sun and the moon. This is why some people say that you can't hide the three things: the sun and the moon and the truth. Just saying. But going back, these people that are being, these people, all right, these people that we call immigrants, right? They're not Afro-centric, basically. That's what we're talking about. And then so many of our other people around here want to get worried about it, saying that, oh, it's going to happen to them. And it's not going to happen to you. You were born in America. And I don't know why our brothers and sisters that complain about that don't realize, wait a minute, if you're saying that you're an immigrant to this land, wouldn't you want to look at the white folks too and say the same shit? Hello? I even told Gummy about this. I'm like, then apparently we're all immigrants then. Then all of us should just leave a fucking America, and America will just be what? A wasteland with nobody in it. Does that make fucking sense? That's I'm dead serious, man. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. I was not going to talk about this conversation. I was not going to. But there's so many brothers and sisters out there that are talking about it. So many brothers and sisters that are scared because they feel like it's going to happen to them. And it's not going to happen to them. Those people that voted for Trump? Yeah, it's going to happen to them. And then they look at us, the Afro people that are so-called black and so-called Afro-Hispanic, which is part of the black culture. Stop fighting over that for some freaking reason, guys. If you're so-called Afro person, you synthesize the sun, basically, and you literally wear like copper bracelets and your skin tone's green or some shit like that, guess what? You're a part of nature. Seriously, do you have to debate with any brother and sister that want to debate you on that and want to deny you just because you look a lighter tone of carbon, basically? How does that make sense, bro? That does not make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. All right. So don't be scared of this shit, guys. All right. I even hear that. I even hear that some. I heard some brother. He was speaking some great stuff, but the brother still at the end of the day was just like, "Oh, Trump is actually helping us," and I'm just like, "No, he's not. He's helping his fucking self. He's just doing the shit that he has to do because because this is it. This is it. He has no choice. His hands are cuffed. All these wicked beings, their hands are cuffed. They can't do nothing. I don't know why people can't see this shit. I've been seeing this shit for a long, long time, and then sometimes it happens, and other brothers and sisters point it out, and I'll be like, okay, I guess I'm not the only one that sees it, because sometimes it takes time for other people to see. Sometimes I do too. Other times I hear like Remedy H or Ralph Small or anybody that says something, I'm like, you know what, that's true. I never thought about that until you said it. You know, sometimes that happens, and that's fine. But we all need to know that this system is collapsing, and they're all hungry. All right, like a video that Kalai just shared showed a freaking mother going crazy looking for her child. All right, still to this day, we're sending all children to these school districts. And look, I told my family this shit before, and my friends, but they don't want to listen to sound reason. They don't want to listen to sound mind. All right, and that's fine. You know, like I say, you can't wake up everybody, let the sleeper sleep. But at the same time, like what Orion TV said, you told people what's up, and you should not have no guilty conscience. Exactly, exactly. If you know what's happening and you've been telling your brothers and sisters about it, even your own people that you want to tell so bad because you want them to know what's up, but you're not afraid. You just like it's not worth of telling them. Because if they're going to debate you on it and fight you over it just because, or they love their system so much because they want to be a white man or a white chick so bad, then guess what? You can't do anything. You can't do anything. All you can do is observe and watch and all that stuff. And it's true what some brothers and sisters say, especially Remedy H. Because yourself, look at that, 303, 3:30 right there, 3:30. I mean, 3:30 p.m. It just hit 3:30 p.m. right here. All right, look at that. Thank you, Mama Planet. Thank you, Mama Universe. Thank you, ancestors and spirit guides. That's what I do every time I see the number 303, 333, or 330, 303, or 333. Sorry about that. But that's what I do every time I see those numbers. Even when I don't see those numbers, sometimes when I see messages from the universe, I still think, the universe, the ancestors, and all that. All right. Because we have to, man. We have to. Without us waking up, a lot of shit, and without other brothers and sisters waking up too and showing us the way, helping us and reminding us who we are, then we wouldn't get into a state of mind of knowing who we are and who the fuck we need, who the fuck we facing basically, and who the hell we are basically. Like I said, I'm a Hanyonka. I'm the Hanyonka Bonaga Chimera. I am the CHUCKY. All right, seriously. And so many, like I said, so many people have seen me in the Astrodome that they're in shock that there's even a being that looks like that. you know. All right, but it's it's something that brothers and sisters need to realize that they are not. Look, they hate you. This government system, United States system, they hate you. They hate your kids. They want to slaughter you and all that shit. All right. But they destroying their own people as well. They don't care about their own people. So why the fuck they would care about us? Like we tried so hard to do anything to be like, okay, maybe you can have this. Maybe you can have a piece of the pie. They don't want a piece of the pie. They want the whole pie, smack us, rape us, kill us, eat us, and then still complain that we're being fucking racist. Or we're being, oh, I'm sorry. You can't say that to me because I'm offended at what you said. Because we're calling out on their bullshit. And now, all of a sudden, these white folks want us to save them. Want us to freaking be like, oh no, no, help us bring America back again. You made America the way it is. Yes, it's fucked up and everything like that. But this is your chance to stand up for the government and fight them, and we'll be right behind your side. No, sorry, no, no. were you behind on side every time the one of our kids gets kidnapped? Were you behind on side every time a woman, every time one of our sisters had a baby and he stomped on the fucking stomach and stomped on the baby? Were you there to help that? No, you were laughing and giggling and be like, good. You didn't do shit. All right? Every freaking time you have a chance, you don't want to do crap. You don't want to do crap. You don't want to do anything. And every time you don't want to do anything, there's consequences of that. And then you get upset when we don't do anything for you. All right? Seriously. All you little freaking, male orcs and female orcs, all you freaking reptilian fucks are gonna, all you minions of reptilians, because you're still reptilians, you're just a minion of a form of a reptilian, which is hilarious, because they don't give a shit about you. They don't. They created you so you could become a slave, and they still don't give a shit about you. While we saw you and you were like, wow, you can learn so much. Yes, you have a limited time, but at least you can actually cherish the limited times that you have, and maybe enjoy the planet enjoy the planet that that you came into, not born into, but you came into. But guess what? You didn't want to do that instead. You didn't want to do that. You decided to destroy the planet. You decided to make people that are part of the planet asleep because you were scared of a giant being that is taller than you to destroy your ass. You were scared of a freaking Godzilla person. Every time. That's why you gotta watch these Godzilla movies too, because in Godzilla King of the Monsters, there's a reason why they call them the Titans, and that's why every time we walk and things replenish, it happens the same thing in that movie. All right, I remember building a little tiny like wooden with was it like a stick and rocks around the back of my house because the soil was very just not good. It wasn't good. There was not a lot of fresh grass there at all. It was just dead. Then I put some some sticks and stones on there, and I put my vibration in there and all that. And eventually, these motherfuckers took it out. But guess what? It still sit there. The whole grass and all how it's replenished. Guess what? It's still there. It hasn't died off. It hasn't died off at all. Even when they did at the park, when they took my shit out, guess what? It hasn't. It's still replenishing. It's still growing more of grass and everything like that. Because that over there was just a wasteland of dirt. And then when I put that stuff in it, it started growing grass and little bit of other stuff that was the insects were embracing and inhabiting it with. And then these motherfuckers destroyed it, but it still came back up. You see? Even when these motherfuckers destroy the energy of what you put in it is still there. Okay? We're walking towers at the end of the day. We're walking towers that are kaiju size that can literally wake anybody up every time we walk past them. We could do that. Not to say we're not going to make the towers or pyramids and anything like that. We will, obviously. Some of us are doing it already, you know? But it comes to the point that when these beings try to do something, you have to be prepared of what they're going to do. Because they're going to do something very freaking soon. And apparently, there's some brothers and sisters out here that are not paying attention to it. I don't know why you're not paying attention to it, because I see the guardian on the wall. They are ready. They are ready to get prepared to battle. All they have to wait is freaking their bitch ass of a freaking god to tell them when to do it. Because he's scared right now. He or she or what the fuck it is, I don't give a fuck. All I know is it's fucking Marduk and this motherfucker's fucking scared as shit. Alright? All you little Satan people, virgins of Satan, because anyone could be a Satan. Satan means adversary at the end of the day. They can even say that to us. That we're Satan to them, to these wicked beings, but we're just adversaries. But these other beings right here, they are getting more ready, more prepared before because of what's going to happen soon. And this is over, guys. This is so freaking over. That's why when I look at videos of these white motherfuckers talking about Atlas, and they're like, it's right next to Mars, but it's not, but it won't come here next to Earth until December. And I'm like, it's right next to Mars. You idiot. That thing is going what 600 600 was it 200 miles per hour or something like that, probably a little bit more, and it's big as hell, and you acting like it's not going to come over here, and you're acting like it's just going to pass by and shit like that. Oh yeah, but it would pass around orbit around December or some shit. And I'm over here like, you idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, and you're freaking lying. And I know you are, because you're insulting my intelligence. You're not going to say that a freaking spaceship or rocket. It's not even a rocket. Even Google is like, it's a rocket. No, not a rocket. A freaking was a comet. It's not a freaking comet. Google. See, even Google wants to be like it's a comet. But we all know, even these people that put it on the news, know that it's not a freaking comet. It is a freaking spaceship. Some people say it might be a mothership. All right. Seriously, this is going down very soon. It's getting a lot harder, harder. All right. And we're in December. I mean December. We're in October right now. All right. This stuff is going to end very soon. We're in the fine line. We're literally like this, guys. Like this. We're basically there. They're already here. It is time for us to rise. It is time for us to get prepared and get ready to beat some heads. All right? There's no way that these wicked beings will win. All right? Because we already won anyways. That's why I mentioned before that don't be surprised when this shit goes down and there's no wicked beings left, and we're like, what happened? Where are they? It's like we meditated and went inside with us so much to the point that they just are gone. You know? Don't be surprised if that happens to some people. I won't be surprised. But at the same time, you guys gotta understand, overstand, and outstand all of that. You guys gotta think that they're not gonna give up without a fight. They're not gonna give up without a fight. That's why when I see brothers and sisters saying that, oh, you should leave America and shit like that, I'm all like, we're not leaving America. I'm sorry. Stop trying to tell brothers and sisters that belong to this land to leave America. No, I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit. Oh, you're going to get your brothers and sisters killed. They belong to this land. And you want us to leave to not protect this land of basically Atlantis? Basically, the reason why the United States is the reason why it is because this is the home of the Nagas and the Naginis. Even though we were all around the world, but this is the main hub world. This is the main point here. That's why they downgrade us so freaking much here in the United States, while every other region tells their people, oh, you know, they know what's up, and or they know what's what they're doing health wise, and the providing health for their people. But here in the United States, it's like, even if it's all people alone, drown them, give them all that junk shit, because we don't want them to grow, we don't want them to advance. But yeah, in the other side of the world, they can advance. They can do all of that shit. But once we try to advance here in the United States, oh, it's game over for them. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't. They don't want that. They rather us get killed. All right. And I've already mentioned this before, and I said it again too. If you wicked beings ever try to take me out, I'll say this right now. That's the biggest mistake you will ever do. And I've said this before in my old channel that got deleted, in this channel too. You're not going to take me fucking out, because you guys know exactly what I would fucking goddamn do. I said it before and I said it again. If you take me out, or even try to attempt to try to take me out, I will go to the freaking Astored or the dead world and literally take all of you out in a single swoop. And I won't even think about it. All right, because like I said before, you rather have me be in this physical vessel than actually be literally dead and fly around and wondering where the fuck I'm at. It's like that movie, The Dark Crystal. You know, when Olga, which is Mother Nature, is telling one of the Gelflings, which is a brother and a sister. Well, it's really a brother that she's talking to, but she talks to him and she's like, "Hey, where's that mystic that you were talking to?" And he's like, "Oh, he's dead." And she's like, "He could be anywhere now." And it's like, yeah, she's right. Olga is right. Mother Nature is right. He could be anywhere by now. He could be right next to you. Or he could be somewhere else killing these wicked motherfuckers. Now let's go back to the Dark Crystal real quick before I ended with the whole thing of how I overall how I feel about how these brothers and sisters are feeling about the whole immigration shit. Don't first of all, don't get you wrapped up into this. Keep your head on a swivel, you know? Seriously. But going back to the Dark Crystal. In the Dark Crystal, you have two. You have the Skeksis and the Mystics, right? The Skeksis are beaked reptilian motherfuckers, and the Mystics look like they're beaks. They look like they're bird-like creatures also. But guess what? They're really not. They're more like dragon types, to be quite honest with you. If you really look at the Mystics, one looks like a reptilian, the other one looks like a dragon, right? And then when you put them together, they make a whole one being, making them a light body, which is why what you see in Kemet with the vulture and the serpent, that's what it was. The vulture and the serpent is the Mystics that you see in the Dark Crystal, and the vulture is these reptilians. But it also goes to the brain itself, you know? So that's why they had the vulture and the reptilian, but I mean the reptilian, the vulture and the serpent, and the serpent, the cobra serpent was always up here, while the vulture was always here. So that's a little something to think about, because in the Jim Henson movie of the Dark Crystal, you can see all of that stuff, all of that stuff. You can literally tell from it just by looking at the movie. And even in the first movie, now if you don't look at the Netflix version, if you look at the movie version, that by the end of the movie, the Mystics go to where the Skeksis are at, where the main little hub is at, where the main little headquarters is at, and the building is breaking and all that, showing it's revealing itself that it's actually a golden crystal tower, basically. When everything's showing the truth and everything's unleashed because the crystal's back together and everything like that. So when the crystal goes back together in the Dark Crystal, the Skeksis are freaking scared and as hell. And then the Mystics are right behind them, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Because they know that's it. That's their demise. It's over. Once they see the Mystics coming to them, they know it's game over. It's over. All right. So that's what I love about that movie, The Dark Crystal. It shows so many shit in that movie, and that was one of Jim Henson's last movies. That movie, The Witches, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look at those three movies right there. He before this motherfucker died, before this orc died, he was just like bam, 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 kill me now, bitch. You know, seriously, yo, you gotta condemn that orc. To be quite honest with you, he just went out and be like, you know what, you're gonna call me out for doing this in the Dark Crystal? Well, here's the witches, here's Ninja Turtles. What now? No, when you really think about it, it's like, damn, not bad, huh? I mean, for crying out loud, he showed a freaking, what was it, reptile creatures living under the freaking sewers, Ninja Turtles. You know, I just saw a video not that long ago when brother was just like, this was in front of our faces all this time. These reptiles living under the sewers and they eating pizza, you know, the symbolize for pizza with these pedophile shit. Oh, God, it hits so much when you look at it now. Hell yeah. You see the Ninja Turtles so differently now. You know? It's so crazy. Really, really fucking crazy. Um, Especially the Witches movie, but I won't get into that. I just want to talk about that in the Dark Crystal, the Ninja Turtle stuff in the Dark Crystal. But let's go back to what brothers and sisters are saying here about the immigration stuff. You are not an immigrant of the United States. You were here already. All right? You were here already. You were already here, and you will always be here. Your ancestors were here, and they will always be here too. Okay? Don't put fear shit inside. Don't make them put fear inside of you. All right? Because they're scared. You guys need to think in your head too. The reason they put a fear in your head is because they're scared. They're the most terrifying beings right now in this whole galaxy, in this whole universe, in this whole realm. You know why? Because their demise is up, and they know it's going to happen. And they thought it was never going to happen. They thought it was never going to happen. They thought it was like a quick fantasy shit. But we told them many times that it will happen, that it will happen, that it will happen. And every time they thought it wouldn't happen, they kept making these movies. Because deep down to the core, They knew it was going to happen. They knew. They knew. They had to look at their overlords and the top head overlord and be like, no, this is going to happen, guys. They told us this years ago before you guys were created. But you don't think so because you live comfortably in this life. You live comfortably in this life. Guess what? It's not like that anymore. Do I want that? Of course not. But that's the harsh reality. That's what they're talking about now. And they're fighting amongst each other. They've been fighting amongst each other for a while. But it's now more to the point that they don't know what to do anymore. They're fighting. You know how they show the pyramid and the dollar bill? Basically, they're fighting for that spot to the top. But I've said this before and I said it again. It doesn't matter who wins because at the end of the day, we're still gonna take them out. You know, doesn't matter if you're an insectoid, freaking gray, a reptilian, an orc. All right, I don't care if you're one of our own that betrayed us. If you're on top of that pyramid that wants to freaking take us out, we're gonna take you out. All right, seriously. And it's sad to say, and it's sad I have to say that to a brother named Marduk that betrayed us because he betrayed the Titans. Right? He was a god. Then he slashed Tiamat in half. Right? If you know the whole story, I've said this story before. I keep saying it too. Right? And then these reptilians, these Shintaris, want to come out and be like, "No, we're the Anunnaki," and I'm over here like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not." And then this is why you have some of these orcs around here, like Kennigan, talking shit about Tiamat, talking shit about the reptilians, but also thinking that the Nagas are the reptilians. What? He literally said not that long ago with one of his latest videos, "Oh, a dragon's not real. It's a mythical thing. That's not real." But I tell you what is real: the star constellation of Draco. You know why? Because these reptilians worship the star constellation of Draco. And I'm over here like, I'm over here some type of what the fuck, you know? And obviously he's lying to everybody. It doesn't take that hard to research about the story of Mesopotamia. It doesn't take that hard. Hell, he even probably did an hour documentary him reading about it, and yet he still didn't know the whole Marduk slicing Tiamat. One of the star constellations became Draco, and the other became the planet herself. And some people might be like, "Oh no, it's just the waters above and the waters below." It still doesn't matter. She still is the planet herself. You know. So, and don't forget Uranus. Uranus is part of that too. I think, right? Part of the sea. You know, you have the salt water and salt water and spring water. I mean, yeah, salt water and regular water basically that doesn't have salt. So yeah, spring water and salt water, I believe, right? So it's just something to it's something to think about, guys. And this is your history. This is your ancestors. This is stuff that you need to know. But so many people don't want to know that. People want to be stuck in fear. People want to think that, oh, this is going to happen to my family and shit like that. Or ICE is coming for me and shit like that. What happens one day when ICE is in your neighborhood and you're going to think they're going to kidnap you because you think that you're an immigrant, even though you're part of this land, and they just look at you and be like, "I have no beef with you," and they walk away. What if that happens? Not to say they don't care for us. Of course they don't care for us. But they have another objective right now. Their objective is to do something, and then when they're done with that, they turn around and look at us. All right? You don't think these ICE police are not going to come after us once they're done doing their shit. Remember, they're minions also. Don't be surprised if they're robots. All right? Don't be surprised if there are other types of form of wicked beings that are just wearing skin suits. like you see in Men in Black, right? So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Seriously, don't be scared at all, man. Don't be scared, because if you're scared now, you don't know what's going to happen in a few days. That's about to come soon. All right, I got my water, my lime water, so I can cleanse myself and shit like that. Really good, really good cleanser. You can put lemon in it too, but I put lime or lemon will help a lot. Eating also these fruits and vegetables and any type of a green will help you out immensely. You know, not that long ago I ate strawberry with purple grape. It didn't have seeds in it, but it tasted so good and fresh. You know, and it had seeds in it, but it tasted so good and fresh, basically. And so did the strawberry. Well, the strawberry always tasted sweet and fresh. I mean, they have seeds in it. Have you noticed that? They could take out any seed out of any fruit, right? Or make something that doesn't have a seed. But when it comes to strawberries, they can't take the seeds out. Every time. Like, have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? I mean, I've noticed it. Hey, I could be gone. Maybe they did make something like that. Yeah, we finally made something. We finally made something that has a seed in it. You know? Oh man, but correct me if I'm wrong with that, or if you know more, put down information. That's where the comment box is there. We're all here to learn and grow, anyways, guys. And at the end of the day, we will defeat these wicked beings together. We're already doing that right now when we go like this. Mira como facalita. Or go like, or do a Tai Chi. Even going like this. Even if you're like, say if you're on a wheelchair, right? Because I know some people might watch this stuff and they're handicapped and be like, I can't move my legs, and you can always move your arms like this, you know? Put your hand like, you can go like this, you know, with your head, so because that's energy too. Don't forget to move your head too, people. Remember, your head is an energy source too. You go like this, go like that, pow, pow, and boom, yeah, man. He showed it to you in the Scott Pilgrim movie, but he still did had to butt one of the evil X's. But still, it still was there, So even when they were doing this in the comic books, they did this, and in the comic books when they go like this, a big giant laser just um moves out of their hands and it flashes over the on one of the band members when they were battling for who's the better band, basically, in the comic books. So yeah, if you haven't read the Scott Pilgrim comic books, that's fine. You could just research it online and find some stills and pictures of it. So you could do that. But anyways, if you don't want to read the comics or buy them or anything like that, I don't think they put it in the movie, did they? No, they didn't put it in the movie, except for no, I think they did put it in the movie. Only I think it was just one of the evil X's that did it instead of Scott and his friends doing it to the evil X band member. uh, you see how much they changed from comic books and books to film, That's why it's always good to go back to the original source, just to be like, you see, why'd you change that movie? Why'd you change that, Hollywood? You know? So that's why I mentioned before Ready Player One. If you haven't read the book of Ready Player One, the movie itself doesn't do as much justice as the book is, because basically the book is like you're in the spiritual world, right? Because that's what the Oasis is. It's the spiritual world, right? You go to different worlds, which is different dimensions, right? And then they grab some of these video games and movies and they go inside of them because they're different worlds in different dimensions. That's why in the new Superman movie they have pocket dimensions. And that's why a long time ago when I was at my friend's house, he had friends over too. The brother that my friend that he invited, he was talking so much knowledge and shit like that. And he was a brother too. And when he mentions that, all these movies are real and stuff like that, and I was just like, no, you're right, they are real. And to be honest, these movies are like pocket dimensions of like other realities and shit. You know, they might in these Hollywood movies they might show an orc and all that, but in other dimensions it's going to be a brother and a sister. It's just that these orcs are portraying a brother and a sister, like how you say a white motherfucker portrays Superman, even though it's us. You know, you know, you know. So it's like that. So this is stuff you need to think about and everything like that. I know there's a lot to talk about here. There's lots of stuff to still figure out around here. All right. There's still people that are trying to figure out what volcanoes are, basically. But volcanoes are literally plasma trees that were cut down, right? Because you have trees that gave us all this knowledge and stuff, and then you had also plasma trees that could literally just put your hands on it and gain its power, not essence, but energy and power, and you could also feed into it as well, you know. So it's almost like you're going like this and you're going like this. And it's like putting your sigils down as well. Like just today, I had to get a book not that long ago because my other book, what is it? Like this book is about to be almost done. So I grabbed another book and I just did sigils. This is one from yesterday, I believe. Yeah, this is from yesterday, and this one's from today. So, and every time I do these sigils, I put my hand over it like that, and I just go like this and do my chants and imagine the energy going inside my palm and then coming straight out of my finger, you know. So there's that. So keep doing this, guys. All right, we're all so close. We're basically here already. All right, we're home. We're home, brothers and sisters. We're home. Seriously, it might not even look like that now, but trust me, we're home. We're here, and we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna do this shit. We're gonna take these motherfuckers out, and we're gonna build a brand new world that these wicked beings will never be a part of, because they don't deserve to be a part of the world that we're going to be a part of. They don't. All right. Doesn't matter if you think it's racist. Doesn't matter if you think it's fucked up or not. If you think that way and you're watching this video, you're gonna end up like these wicked reptilians, man. Seriously, you're gonna think that they're your best friends, and then they're gonna eat you alive. We warned you. All right. Seriously. It's like before when they're having underground bunkers and people are going under there. And it's like, yeah, that could be all stage and all that stuff, but you still got to think about, how do you not know once you get down there, you just get chopped up in the machine. Now they fucking can eat you. Don't go where these motherfuckers are going. You know, I've said this before and I say it again. If I walk outside and I see a whole bunch of animals going on one side and everyone's saying, oh, what these animals are walking from, I will leave. I will follow where they are going. I'm dead serious. I haven't seen that around my neighborhood yet, but I guarantee you this right now. If I do see a whole bunch of animals walking and leaving, and I see that shit outside, I'm grabbing my bag and walking out and walking with them. All right? Because they know what the fuck's up. And they're like, over here's not safe anymore, guys. We gotta go. We gotta go. You're not listening. We gotta go. You know? So you gotta listen to that. You got to listen to that. And if there's animals in your area that don't do that, it's because they know that they're perfectly good. Nature hasn't told them. I'm sure nature has told them that, hey, you're fine here, and if there's anything that happens, I'll let you know. And these animals are not stupid. They know what's up. That's why we always say, pay attention to what nature's doing. Look at a whole bunch of crows. I keep saying crows every freaking day sometimes, man. You know, and it's beautiful and hot outside too. I was wearing this because it's hot in here, but not that long ago, I was outside and I was wearing this Mickey Mouse shirt. You know, I was wearing this. I like this shirt. but but yeah, I just wear the tank tops, because I like to get more comfortable when I'm in my house and stuff like that. You know, just to breathe and relax and shit. You know, but that's just me when you're chilling in your own house and shit. Plus, you want to be more comfortable where you live at. You know, you don't want to be like or something like that. But anyways, that doesn't matter. What matters is that this is over. This is over, guys, and I just want you guys to know: do not be scared. All right, and if you hear any brothers and sisters that are trying to say that, oh, we're going to get deported and all that shit, tell them differently. In fact, Share this video to them. All right? Stop with the whole fear-mongering bullshit, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. And most people will be like, I'm not doing that fear-mongering. Okay, then, fine. Stop listening to these wicked people. Stop listening to people that are literally saying, leave America. And the thing is, you do what you want. I'm not going to make you do anything. If you feel like spiritually in tune to thyself that you need to leave, then okay, then. If Mama Tiamat is showing you something that she wants you to go, then go. I'm not going to argue with that. Whatever she shows you, she shows you. But what she showed me, I told her plenty of times, should I leave? Should I go to, Puerto Rico or Salvador or something like that, or another state or some shit like that? She's like, no, you need it here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she was like, yes, you need it here. And that's fine. So I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. Now if I get any confirmation from Mama, otherwise, all right? So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, be safe. Tell me what you guys think down below about this video. Shout out to Seema, shout out to Remy, shout out to Orion TV, shout out to Orion TV. Orion TV? Orion TV. Was a Serious Temple. Ralph Smart. That's what I was saying. I just forgot his name, and I said Orion TV like twice. And Kalai. Shout out to all you guys. Seriously, because we're here, guys. We're here. And shout out to any brothers or sisters that haven't pointed out, either elder, all right, another sister that's a Henyonka sister. Shout out to you, seriously, all right, because all of this is coming to an abrupt end. We are bringing this down. We are shutting this down, all right, and it's so freaking awesome and beautiful. What a time to be alive, all right, seriously. What a time to be alive, and what a time to literally destroy these wicked beings, man. Seriously. And once this is over, man, these wicked beings are going to think twice to even try to do anything. All right, because we're going to make sure of that. We're going to make sure of that. You know the movie Men in Black 3, when they put like a whole device that protects the planet surrounded by it. Yeah, guess what? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. All right. Because I guarantee you, instantly, when you try to enter this ward, you will instantly be perish. It won't be some of you. Oh, some of them perish and we have suits and we can make it. No. All of you, gone. All of you, gone. Seriously. And if we see you outside in the space around, basically, and we can see you from that telescope, and we don't like you being there, you're out too. We don't give a shit anymore. Alright? It's going to be very harsh when people get that download and they remember everything from their past lives and remember what we went through. That's why some people say that some of us are going to have heart attacks. Because imagine all that trauma and all of that past life stuff that happened to you during all this stuff that they did to you, and then pouring down all over you. It's like that one movie. I forgot that movie. I forgot what the movie is called. But there was like an orca guy. What is it? Is with the sister, right? And the sister and our friends, they think it's all a good time. They're drinking, they're all of this, they're having, sex and shit like that. You think it's a good time and shit like that. But then reality hits. They wake up and they realize that they're being abused and sexually abused this whole time. And it took to the serpent for them to realize that, because the serpent had some type of poison that woke them up. I forgot what that movie's called, man. And then all these sisters, well, all these ladies actually started freaking killing their asses. All right? Seriously. Then you find out too, the main character that was with the sister, you find out that he was sexually abused too, and he got brainwashed to be manipulated to do all of the stuff that he's doing to the ladies. But he still gets killed anyways, And he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember when he actually got brainwashed and when he started doing that stuff. And then when he realized, oh shit, I've been doing this for a long time. How long have I been doing this? Who did this to me? Who was I before this, basically? And then she just killed him, Seriously. Yeah. So I forgot what that movie's called. But it is quite a watch. That movie. It is quite a watch. So I'll see you guys later and be safe.